I am going to start it off with Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. The book was published in 2018, however, I was just getting around to it, and I'm glad I did. So, the setting of the book takes place in the wilderness area of the southern coastal part of the United States. Kaya, who is often referred to as the marsh girl, she loves the water in the marsh, she loves insects, she loves feathers, and just being independent. She was abandoned by her mother at first, and then her siblings. All of which left because they could not deal with their abusive father. But Kaya stayed. She works really hard to learn and build a life for herself. And she's befriended by someone from town who she least expected to get a um, friendship invite, or someone that she was not expecting to be interested in anything that she was doing, since she had always been rejected by uh, the townies. The townies. Nevertheless, it's a beautiful book to read and to listen to. I listened to it on audio. And at the end, it took a crazy turn, and Kaya finds herself in the middle of a murder investigation. And OMG, it was wonderful. It was so crazy. So much so that at the end, I mean, down to the last word, I sat with my mouth open, literally. Like, what? Wonderful, wonderful read. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Check it out.
National Book Award finalist The Other Americans begins with the story of Nora, a jazz composer living in New York, who, upon hearing the news of the death of her father, returns to her small hometown in the desert of Mojave, California. Nora believes her father's death was not an accident. Complicating matters is the undocumented witness Ephraim and his reluctance to come forward. Her mother Miriam, who still pines for life in Morocco, and her sister, who struggles to maintain the facade of dutiful and successful daughter. Encounters with previous schoolmates, one of whom is a former Iraqi war veteran, leads to unexpected consequences. Written in multiple perspectives by Laila Lalami, The Other Americans is a timely, plot-driven novel of fiction, love, and mystery. She gives depth and voice to her characters as diverse as those of the people living in this country. My name is Claire, and The Other Americans is available on ebook and e-audiobook from your Glenside Public Library.
Hi, I just listened to and loved the book Dear Girls, Intimate Tales, Untold Secrets, and Advice for Living Your Best Life. It is a book of letters by the comic writer and actress Ali Wong to her young daughters that reveals secrets about herself and also offers lessons to her girls. She decided to write this book after her beloved father died, and she wished that she knew him better. Listening to this book is like watching one of her Netflix specials, only better because you really learn a lot about Wong, such as the time she studied abroad in Vietnam, she is half Vietnamese, and how she got into the stand-up business. She has chapters like Tips on Giving Birth, A Guide to Asian Restaurants, and Mr. Wong, which is how strangers often address her husband, Justin Hakuta. In the chapter about her wedding, she advises her daughters to avoid an expensive, Instagram-focused wedding that only leads to debt that can otherwise be spent on a house, one day of preschool, or a cool Japanese toilet that cleans itself. The results are raunchy and hilarious, but also honest, tender, and touching. A bonus of this book is the afterword by Wong's husband. Justin Hakuta thoughtfully explains why he sees being the subject of Wong's humor as the gift of self-realization through comedic ego destruction. It is a beautiful bookend to the first chapter, which is titled How I Trapped Your Father. These two are clearly soulmates who are lucky they have found each other. You can find this book in the Overdrive app, Libby, where Wong reads the audiobook herself. Her humor is not for everyone, but if you're open to unfiltered observations, sharp insights, and laugh out loud absurdities, what she calls dirty and disgusting, read, or better yet, listen to Dear Girls.